I'm so humbled and honored to be here. It's just so good to see you guys. There it is. There it is. So it's so exciting to see you, Livia and Aaron. And I mean, yeah, I'm just so excited to be here. So thank you for having me. My goodness. Hi,
Kaycee, you're
Adora,
so
Erik,
amazing.
what's up?
Oh gosh, and I just wanted to let you guys know, right? So she goes into these reality shows, right? And she's gone for like 3 months, no phone, no nothing, right? She comes out knowing what happened in the world, right? So she's like, has to take it easy, right? So she's like, to me, she's like, can I watch? But she knew that she needed to be on, right? She knew I'd never let her off the hook. So she's like, oh, come on. And so anyway, we're just so thankful for you. And we said like, hey, it's me and Aaron. We're gonna ask you
I
questions.
know. You guys are family.
And I told her, I said, like everybody that I talk to, I always say, Kaycee. And everybody's just like, where's Kaycee? For flyer, so I'm like, girl, people have been coming
I'm so excited because, I've been working with you guys for a few years now, and just like seeing what you guys have done and what you guys are, have going on. I mean, with such a phenomenal lineup with all these great people. So I'm so excited to be here. And yes, you know me so well. So I'm here.
That's all we need. And that's all we need because it's so awesome. But yeah, I'll let Aaron ask the questions, okay? Since he's worked endless hours, these two would go on a Zoom, okay? Because they're working, on the narrative, the message. They go on a Zoom. 8 hours later, Aaron come out of the room. Yep. 8 hours later.
Very true.
Which is amazing because they work great together. So anyway, thank you. And
thank you guys.
Kaycee, it's so amazing to watch you on Big Brother, to watch you on The Challenge, and in life. Just every time I see you doing your workouts or your public speaking, whatever it is, it's amazing the challenges that you overcome in life and in the public on reality shows and whatnot. What to you is kind of the most important aspects of mental toughness? Like, how do you get through the most challenging moments in your life?
Well, everyone has their own personal challenges that they go through life. And I feel like a lot of it, from what I do in real life and then going on to reality TV and then, going back and forth with real life in this crazy game it's is honestly how you look at things, perspective. I would say, we all go through, different struggles, and it's like about taking those lessons, right? You either take it as a lesson of what can I learn from it, and actually like implement that and know that having that perspective of we're going to go through this life. It's inevitable for us to go through things. So it's either we, prepare ourselves and know that we are going to go through challenges, and just exercising the mind. And I am so fascinated with the human mind, the human brain, how it works, and always just challenging ourselves every single day, just like a muscle. Our mind is a muscle, and being okay with that and knowing that there are going to be challenges and not trying to fight it and knowing and accepting it, embracing it. And when certain things do happen, how am I, what lessons am I grabbing from it? How can I be better for it next time? So when it does pop up again in the future, and or you have someone else going through something that you went through, that was similar, how can you help them? So I think it's so great to be aware, and about how you look at it. I'm huge on like perspective. Like, how are you looking at it? Are you looking at it like, oh damn, why is it, sorry, why is it happening? Things don't happen to you, they happen for you, and it's happening for a reason. So I believe it's just about like how you look at things, your perspective, and being aware.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the other thing that you're such an expert at, you're expert at mental toughness, getting through the challenge, whatever you might individually face in that moment. But the other thing, we always call you a social strategist because everyone wants to be your friend.
Oh no.
No, but what's so important about social strategy is that we can't do things on our own. The biggest things, the things that transcend our potential, we can't do on our own, and we have to get people to join us and unite with us. Friends and even people that we don't know to join us for the cause or whatever it might be. And of course, on Big Brother and the challenge, you're always getting people to come together with you and join you for your missions and the success. What can you talk about the importance of friendship and getting people to join you to do bigger things in yourself?
Yes, we are social animals, right? Whether we like it or not, we are social animals, and we have to be around people. We have to learn how to, communicate with different characters and understand that everyone has different backgrounds and just understanding people. For me, I was watching Big Brother. I started watching at 10 years old, and if you guys don't know what Big Brother is, it's a social experiment pretty much, right? You got 16 people stuck in a house and different backgrounds, different characters, and it's all about your social game. How are you able to interact with different characters? And so I was watching Big Brother since I was 10 years old, my dad, every single year, and subconsciously. And so I watched this as a 10 years old, and then I got on the show when I was 30 years old. And subconsciously, I feel like I was literally studying people, and I didn't even know it, right? You're seeing what people are saying in front of other people, and then you're seeing what they're saying behind closed doors. And I think that's why I became so fascinated, and why I am able to kind of interact with certain different characters. Because if you can be a chameleon and be able to survive around other personalities, it goes such a long way. I feel like, so that helped me so much from 10 to 30, subconsciously studying people. Then, at 25, I got into personal development, learning so much about life, about myself, about people. And then going into this game, I was just like, wow, all the tools that I equipped myself with before going into this game helped me out so much. And then that's when I start to learn the importance of like just relationships, friendships, understanding people, knowing things are just not one cookie cutter way, and to just have that perspective and putting yourself in other people's shoes. And it goes such a long way. And then to be able to, I just believe in it so much. I believe in it so much, because personal development changed my life. It helped me with so many different things. And I literally try to get all my friends like, look, this has changed my life. I know it'll help you too. I get so overly excited about it because I know what it's done for my life. And so, even though Big Brother is just a game, but it's still a game where you're dealing with, people with emotions. We're not chess pieces, right? These are actually people that have emotions and feelings and gone through experiences in their lives. So, yeah, I feel like relationships is everything. And that's why, I was able to go then onto another reality show and win that as well. It also has a lot to do with people. How do you make people feel, right? Sometimes people, even in the real life, I like to kind of put like the game into perspective with real life, right? In real life, we're building relationships, being genuine with people, actually caring for people, and it'll take you a longer way than, if you were to lie, backstab, cheat, and do it in a way where it's just not ethical. So I think it's just amazing. It's amazing. So if you can be very, just very genuine and really care for people, it goes a long way. And it has done that for me in a game that's very similar to life. And I'm just so grateful. Awesome. So get your relationships, love people, be kind.
I love hearing. Adora, I won't give it to you. I just say, see, okay. I told everybody she is a genius social strategist, right?
Yes, you did.
We all did. Now you can go.
Yes, okay. Yeah. And we've got to let Erik ask a question too. His daughter got married. He's in a hotel. We want to let him have a moment because he's been our quarterback. Kaycee, I love your love. I love your joy. I love your focus on relationship. I love that you're personal development. I'm like raised by these authors and speakers and really relate to your passion for that. So in a time when we have so much access to so many people, sometimes when people start focusing on relationship, then they have like, well, when do I have time for my business? When do I have time to take a bath? When do I have time, right? So what are some tips for managing? So you've got it down, making people feel great with you. That means you're present, you're listening, you're engaged. But then that next step of when everybody wants to be your friend, and I think it stops some people too being afraid of that moment of like, how do I care for all these new relationships, right? What are some tips for staying in touch, staying connected, even when you have millions of followers. And
yeah, I would say like for that, it's like you can only do so much, right? And I feel like the way I'm looking at it is building relationships, making it a lifestyle, right? It's not going to be like, okay, I'm going to put, this, that, this. Every interaction I have, I'm going to, it doesn't need to be that long drawn like conversation, but making it a lifestyle, like just even working out too, or a diet or whatever the case may be. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to do it for this amount of time, or I'm like for working out, it's a lifestyle for me. For, what I consume, it's a lifestyle for me. When I interact with people, it's a lifestyle for me. And when you just learn to implement that and just be like, this is part of my life. This is, I will learn and study people, and I will, learn to, what humans like, the human brain, just everything about a human being, and just go on about life. Like you don't even think about it, right? You don't like, can have interaction. You can have a 5-minute conversation with someone and make them feel amazing, or, asking the right questions. And it could just be so a part of your life where it's just, you don't even think about it. Right. And so that's the way I look at it, because that's how I look at like, just fitness and all this stuff. If there's like non-negotiable things that are my life and that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, I'm going to make it fit into my lifestyle, where it's not even like, like I have to kind of balance it out, I guess, but so that's how I look at it. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, I'll run into on the streets, and it doesn't need to be a long drawn conversation, but something quick, all right? You'll learn certain things to just even make someone smile in such a short amount of time. And because you're not going to get to everybody, right? I mean, you're not gonna, but I mean, I even say too, I learned like, even when you're walking down the street and just even saying a hello, right? Because you never know who you're going to an elevator with. You never know, what that hello or that smile will do for someone. And so, yeah, because I won't be able to touch everybody, right? And I won't be able to say, if you got, followers, and you won't be able to, reach everybody, but you can only reach the people that, cross your path. But, just that energy, that light for everyone that you pass by, everyone that you come across. And that's the way I look at it.
It's so cool. When you said, chess, we're not chess pieces. These are real people. I mean, that really landed powerfully, to think about, when we're driving and we've been in a task oriented mode the past couple of days prepping for this, and we've been very connected to each other. But that was a powerful statement. Thank you for that. So spread joy, switch your perspective, get hooked on self-development, light the world and you can light the world like Kaycee. Right? So, Erik, I want to let you ask a question.
Kaycee, you're amazing. Like what you've been able to do is like fantastic. And I see the chat. You're like so much love in the chat for who you are and what you're doing. I'm an Ironman competitor and a marathon runner. So I understand a little bit about endurance and mental toughness, not nearly your level for sure. But when it comes to like either anything that you're doing that's a challenging, or something that you really maybe you want to go for something new or have a new goal or a task, like how much of really succeeding and the success that you have is really your mindset versus actual physical exertion? Like,
it's all my mindset. Honestly, it's all mindset for me. Cause like, I'm always trying to find the next level of how can I, mentally challenge myself. And what a lot of people don't understand when you're seeing like a lot of like, Big Brother and the competitions and, all the, jumping out of airplanes, helicopters, like climbing mountains, doing all these crazy things. It's for me, it's mindset first. Right. And mindset, because I mean, if you don't have your mindset right, your body is not going to be able to do what your mind wants to do. So for me, it's always the mental for me. I just happen to be, fortunate that I am athletic and I can go through that. But if my mind wasn't where it's at, then I would have quit a long time ago. I went through a devastating injury, and this injury could have took me out for, forever, right? But it all started out mentally with me. And I believe for, all injuries and all that stuff, it's literally your mindset. It is amazing how powerful our minds are. And, if your mind's strong, your body will follow, right? There's like straight up, and it's amazing. So even though I've been playing sports my whole entire life, my body's able, and I'm so grateful for my body and, just playing sports. It's literally mindset first. And I'm always trying to strive to like, how can I become mentally strong? How can I, enhance my willpower and my discipline and all these different things. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun. If you look at it as a game, I literally look at life as a game. If you can literally see like, what can I do to challenge myself? I mean, I'm doing like just weird stuff to like kind of just keep my my brain going. But I mean, 1,000%.
Like what? Like what? You can't throw out
do you
weird
really wanna
stuff
know?
and not
Well,
tell us. Yes, I do
so
want to know.
it can be little things, right? When I'm brushing my teeth, when it's usually with my right hand, I'm actually switching to my left hand, right? Just kind of just challenging myself. Taking a cold shower when you really don't want to. Picking up my dog's poop with my left hand, which is very uncomfortable, but I'm gonna do it. So it's just like literally, that's why I said weird. But I'm always thinking in my head, like, what can I do that's uncomfortable, weird, that I usually don't do? And it's just, silly things like that, but making it fun and just keeping it interesting and different and just challenging your mind. So yeah, I told you it's weird. You really wanted to know.
I just have to say one thing though, right? Because she's saying these things, right? Now I just have to watch her. Because dude, she went to Big Brother first, right? Which is competition, is a lot more social than physical. Then she goes to the MTV The Challenge, right? And we watched all the MTV The Challenge season preparing for her to come in, right? Because we knew, right? So it's just like, it's the most hardcore things in the world, right? And then she comes on, right? She starts her first season. She makes it look like it's you're like, what? Like Kaycee, just like she's, so whatever she's saying there, right? Whatever she's saying there, watch her, right? And then, so it works, right? Because she's so different than anyone else in this sense.
Oh.
So if it's all mindset, like she says, right, guys? Like rub some on you because, dude, like there's nothing that can stop her, right? And we all want some of that, right? So I just have to say that.
I feel like, I mean, just like in life, right? Because it's like I look at it and I'm like, it's all like your mindset. And I mean, a lot of people don't understand that, make it to that far. It doesn't happen by accident. It's literally the way I've seen it, I've been doing the past 5 years. It's just like, it's literally how, just learning people and really studying it. That's what you're going to be dealing with it for the rest of your life. I mean, get good at it, right? Get good at understanding people. It's not just you. Everyone's not going to be like you. And, but get good at something worth getting good at. And that's like learning people and learning yourself and having fun with that at the same time.
Kaycee, I love the goal that you just dropped. And I don't even know if you realize you said it. Maybe you've said it before. And Lynn put in the chat, if your mind is strong, your body will follow. That is gold. And I actually believe that about business as well as athletics as well. But I do have a question for you. And you've done a lot of things. When you're about to jump out of that plane, or maybe it's something new that you haven't done yet, that for most people would be scared to death to do. Do you get any fear? Do you still experience fear?
I feel like everyone faces fear, right? Everyone has the fear, right? But there's either that person that just goes for it. There's one person that just, thinks about it, and then ends up not doing it. And so, I I went skydiving for the first time in Iceland, a couple of years ago. And I had to. And I always think in my head, like, if there's other people that can do it, I've been thinking of this since I was younger. Like, I'll see a really nice car. I'm like, if everyone else can do it, if there's someone else can do it, I can do it too. Right. And I'm always thinking, if they can do it, I can do it. But yeah, my gosh, like my heart will be pumping, but I'm like, okay, this is the time where I'm like, I need to do it. Right. And, but I think that's just the fun of it. Everyone's going to have that fear, but it's like, are you going to push forward, or are you just going to kind of, cause then, just let it go. But yeah, I do have that feeling, and I just do it anyways.
Perspective, you just dropped it for us again, because you're like, one thing, anything you see someone else have, you can say, if they can do it, I can do it. So that's a belief. If you're putting on a new identity, everybody take on that, work that into your affirmations, right? And then the other part is that fear, you find it exciting. And your perspective is that's part of the fun of it, right? Someone else is going, oh no, what's wrong? My hands are sweating. I'm going to die. It's the sign to back off. And you go, that's part of the fun of it. There's another key perspective. And it brings in the question I have, because this is my next level this year, is I used to play one extreme or the other. Like people would see me on top of tables dancing and like the party motivator, or very intensely in business, and they're not the same women, right? And I've been integrating that more, but my next level is joy and ease in the intensity. So I love the intensity because of what we're creating, but how to bring in more play and lightness. So what would you advise me?
Oh, I mean, I like that.
You are nailing it.
I like that, because I feel like about life, right? It's gonna be a roller coaster. We're gonna have ups, we're gonna have downs. But if you can find a happy medium, right? When you're having downs, okay, we're gonna still have fun with it. When you're having ups, okay, we're gonna still have fun with it, but not having such an extreme high and low. And I feel like I've learned that, the past 5 years, and it's just kind of like, it's inevitable. We're gonna have ups and downs, but just enjoying the bad, enjoying the good. And then I honestly look at it just, and I say it often, I'm sure you guys heard it before, but like, I look at it, there's no such thing as, bad days. They're character building days. They're not bad, right? Things are happening for us, not to us. And so I truly believe in just like, there may be a moment where there's something not going the way that you want it to, but kind of just, okay, have your feels for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, a couple hours, and be like, shake it off, right? Because, I think it's just amazing where you can just, just enjoy the good, enjoy the bad, and move forward.
I'm with you.
And have fun with it.
That's what I want to know, is how, because I move 1,000,000% with intensity, and like, it's for me, it's all good. I do that. Yeah. But then sometimes my face doesn't show that I'm having fun when I'm really intense. So like, I'm looking for those clues. How do we have fun with it while keeping the excellence of delivery?
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that, because now you just remind me, because even like on Big Brother or The Challenge, there's a lot of unknown, there's a lot of uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen next. And so for me, I always tell myself, number one rule, have fun. Kaycee, number one rule, have fun. Because I know as a competitor and going into, crazy situations, if I can kind of just bring down the pressure a little bit and just have fun, like the pressure is like, it's crazy. It literally, when you can tell yourself that, it just takes all the weight off your shoulders. Like, oh, no, let's have fun. Like who's to tell me that I cannot have fun doing what I'm doing? Because now, but it's also too a reminder that I have to tell myself often, right? It's not something that I'm gonna tell myself once a year and we're good to go for the year. It's something that I'm constantly with that self-talk tell myself no, let's have fun with it. How can we have fun with it? Because if you don't, then it's just going to become, you're not going to want to do it. So, I love having fun. I'm a big ass kid. I just turned 35. I don't feel it. And I just feel that, it's just have fun with it, man. It's just, that's all I can say. Number one rule, have fun.